You guys ready?
Yep, go.
Well, hello, guys. 4:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. You guys know what that means? That means Living Casual Fridays with Live International. My name is John Saldana, and it's an honor being here with you guys today. Today's another episode of the Fantastic Friday. Today, a little cold. Goodness, there was a storm coming in that came in yesterday, Jeff, and oh my goodness, incredible. I mean, to see a snow again on the ground after seeing 72 degrees. I don't know how your house was, but mine was, well, I mean, I'm right in the mountains, but my goodness, it was like 32 degrees.
Yeah, well, I don't have to mow the lawn this weekend, that's for sure. So it's caught up last night. It's snow on the lawn. I go, well, won't have to mow the lawn, so that's good news, but that's okay.
For those who don't know me, my name is John Saldana. I'm one of the co-founders of Live International, and I have my partner with me, Jeff Tuttle, CEO and formulator of Live International. Jeff, once again, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks. Pleasure to be here, John.
And today's a very special broadcast, and I hope that you guys are all watching live. Remember, you guys can interact through the chat for those of you who are watching. We have a few winners of last time. In fact, I want to share you guys a picture of Paul and his brand new vintage T-shirt. You guys would appreciate that, and I think Paul would appreciate that too. He sent us a picture earlier today to display him in all his glory. Let me see if I can get a hold of it, but we'll see. In the meantime, while I get it up, let's just get things rolling. Today we have a packed day. First of all, let's talk about events. Now, we have a Hawaii event coming up. If you guys don't have those dates, please stay tuned on Facebook or call customer service for those. We have Hawaii and Portland, isn't it, Jeff? And I think we have another one.
Yep. Hawaii, Portland. We've got, there's a Utah event coming up that it's going to be for Utah, Idaho. It's actually going to be a broadcast. It's going to be fun to do it that way. So we've got several other events on the horizon. Keep abreast of Facebook, and especially the ones that we're going to broadcast are great to get in locally from wherever you're at, if they're broadcasting, you can too.
And remember, guys, is that you guys can always connect to Lilo, our texting system. If you guys don't know how to do that, just give us a call, customer service. We'll hook you right up. We're going to be having a lot of different promotions and things. I don't want you guys to miss out. Now, you guys know this last Wednesday was GC, and I want to recognize a few of the winners, Jeffrey, for the mega match.
Yeah, that's March winners. Do you want me to announce them? I've got them here.
I'm trying to get my email where those ones are, but go for it.
I've got them right here. First of all, we want to recognize Brittany Gardner, Heather Hui, Connie Campbell, Gavin Walker, Chrissy Sutton, and Gary Mizuchi. And you know, that Hawaii team's really kicking it. They're doing really well. So congratulations to everyone, and a special shout out to the Hawaii team. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in about a week and a half.
Oh, that would be fun. And you know what? In a week and a half, though, like last Friday, I was telling you I was jealous. But now looking at the forecast, it's going to be actually close to 80 here. So you know, I'd rather take 80 dry heat than 85 humidity with 110 humidity chances that you guys have in Hawaii. So
yeah, but you don't get to go hang out with all the cool people in Hawaii. So there you go.
Well, I guess next Living Casual Friday, we're going to be doing it from Hawaii. So that'll be good. Stay tuned on that one.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Well,
all right,
Jeffrey, let me ask you a quick question. We have on the customer service lines, remember, you guys can email us your questions about the products. Somebody emailed us about Saracen, and they said, Jeff, can you pretty quick explain what Saracen does? And is there a possibility of overdose for the product? And what is the difference between wintergreen and cinnamon as far as efficacy or that kind of thing on the product?
Okay. Well, Saracen, 2 words, serotonin and zen. It helps naturally boost your serotonin levels and gives you that zen feeling, lets you feel good. So what we found is that people with, especially with, just issues that involve low serotonin levels, things like addictive behavior. Some people get depressed, other issues. Serotonin is the feel-good hormone. And so the reason why we have a cinnamon flavor is cinnamon has also been linked with weight loss. And some people eat because, or they get compulsive eating habits because their serotonin levels are low. That's one way. It's a feel good. Some people eat to feel good. Other people may do other compulsive behaviors to feel good, or just be depressed. And so the Cerazin has boosters. It has the 5-HTP and the theanine and other ingredients which help boost the serotonin levels, help you feel good. So if somebody wants to also lose some weight, the cinnamon flavor has some great use with that. And then the wintergreen, just great tasting. Breath mint also works really well. But that's just a quick, in a nutshell, Cerazin, serotonin, and Zen.
Well, that's awesome for me, and that's what I always keep it handy.
Hey, that means because you got kids, huh? Anybody who has kids needs some Cerazin.
There you go. Now, Jeffrey, I noticed we have someone important on the line today visiting us. So let's see who's our guest, Jeff.
Well, first of all, yeah, not really a guest now, a member of the team. So I want to welcome, everybody can see Dave Taylor, who's recently joined our executive team as our vice president of sales. And
yay, Dave! Welcome to the LIV family.
I'm glad to have you here. Dave's joining us from Idaho right now. But what makes Dave so unique is that he's been on both sides of the corporate. So he's been a corporate employee, but he's also been a very successful distributor on the distributor side. So let me just tell you a little bit of background. I'll just read a couple things about him. He's been in network marketing for over 17 years, and he spent about 10 years as a consultant to companies like USANA, Nature Sunshine, Herbalife, Pampered Chef, Avon, Mary Kay, a lot of other companies. And he's also helped launch about 40 direct selling startup companies in the US and internationally. So, he's got a great track record in helping companies grow, especially as they're really trying to get out of the gates and explode. Well, I first met Dave several years ago when he did some outstanding work with the company where I was working at the time. He helped us with our international market growth strategies and the implementation of plans to help the distributors have the tools that they needed to grow. And you know what? He's an outstanding consultant at that time with a proven track record. But about 7 years ago, his wife contracted cancer. And Dave can probably share that story in more detail. But, she had chemo and other kinds of therapies. So luckily, she survived, doing well. But they were left with medical debt that exceeded $100,000. So as a person who was always telling people that they could earn money in network marketing, he then got an opportunity, said, you know what, I'm going to go pay this debt off by being a distributor. So he went out and did just that. After telling other people how to do it, he actually went out and did it, walked the walk. And in his first year as part-time, he was able to earn over $100,000 to pay off his medical debt. So that's pretty awesome. And, so then for the next 7 years, he worked as a distributor. But last fall, the company he was a distributor for was sold. And at the time, he and his wife decided not to continue. So now we were very fortuitous in having Dave as he was thinking about returning to the corporate side, because he comes with a balance of perspectives from both the field work and also from the company perspectives. Then he can see both sides. And that's what's really exciting. Let me tell you his philosophy. He believes, and we agree 100%, that the distributors really are the most important asset of the company, of any direct selling company. And guess what? We as corporate people, we're here to serve them and to help them be successful, because without their help and without their efforts, there's no way we can be successful. So with that introduction, Dave, I'm going to turn a little bit of time over to you to I'm sure I missed a lot of important points. That was a long career of working, helping lots of companies, and you have a great background. But, tell anybody a little more about yourself, what attracted you to LIV, and maybe a little bit about your vision for the future and things you see that in the short time we've been working together. But by the way, welcome aboard. Congratulations. And you know what? We've got an awesome group of leaders here, and I think you'll feel really at home with the group we have. So take it away, Dave.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everybody. I'm super excited. I'm even more excited to meet everybody out there. I can't wait to get out in the field and start to interact and meet. I'm hearing great stories, great things about the team here. And maybe just to help you get to know me a little bit, so that when we interact, you'll feel a little more comfortable. Let me see if I can do this right, John. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to bring up my family picture here so you can get a little more acquainted with us. Family pictures are great, right? But they're out of date as soon as you take them. So this is our crew here. This is our oldest daughter right here and her husband. I fondly say, if any of you have children that are kind of pushing the boundary a little bit, she's the one that's responsible for my hair color. This one, but bottom line is, hey, all these years later, she's a wonderful mom. She's got 3 beautiful children, and everything's good. I just have to wipe that 15, 16, 17-year-old out of my mind there. She's awesome. Next in line is my son over here on the right, his little family. There's now one more. Jake has 3 little girls. They live in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And this is my baby, I refer to her as. This little guy now is 2. And Chelsea will be having a baby, another little boy, next Thursday, actually. So we're really excited about that. That will bring our little grandchild count to 8. And the rock star of the family is my sweetheart Mary, right here in the middle. Jeff told that story. I couldn't tell it better. Mary is my business partner. She's my sweetheart. We loved building a direct selling team together. It was one of the funnest, best things that we've ever done. We just developed a wonderful family. And unfortunately, when our company got sold last fall, we just honestly couldn't see a path forward due to some what we perceived to be integrity issues, and also the compensation plan wasn't one that we could look our team in the eye and say that that they would do well. So this is our family. Happy to have you get to know them a little bit. I'm going to stop the screen sharing, and John, I should be back on. Is everything working?
Yes, everything is working perfectly.
So I want to just talk a little philosophy here, and also talk about what I think we can do together, because I think this is such a unique time and a unique opportunity. My philosophy is really one that is shared with King Arthur. And I don't know how many of you have studied the legend of King Arthur, but you're familiar with the famous round table where the knights would sit, and it was round so that they could all have an equal voice and so that they could collaborate and work together. And in the center inlay of the round table, the legend is that the words that were inlaid there said, "In serving others, we become free." And that is so much my philosophy. When Mary and I started our direct selling business, we actually named our LLC that we formed Freedom by Service. And we really believe that. We really believe that if all of us, especially in the field, if we have this desire, if we have this motive that by serving others, we can become free and they can become free. And we can just have this amazing experience together. And at the corporate level, we really get that. And one of the things that's so encouraging to me, as I spent this week shoulder to shoulder with John and with Jeff and the other members of the corporate team, working in the home office, just rolling up our sleeves and going to work, is that I am so excited to let you know that, number one, I've seen a lot of corporate executive teams. This is a great team. You can be very, very confident in the leadership of this team. Number two, they get it. And what I mean by getting it is that you, the field, are our most important asset. And what we have to do is we need to support you. We need to provide tools for you, and so forth and so on. Now, Jeff asked me a little bit about what attracted me to this situation, to LIV International. I want to share something with you that should get you really excited, because part of having a great experience in the field is about timing. And I want to show you a really interesting slide here. I'm going to go back onto screen share here for a second. And I want to show you this slide that I call the road to $1 billion. And this slide shows, you know, the $1 billion companies that are direct selling companies. And what it shows is the shape of the line of how they got there. You'll notice, for example, that that Avon, you know, we had to put a note because Avon started in 1886, and then in 1971 it added jewelry, and you know, away they went. But the point here is that the common theme that I want you to see here is that all of them, for some period of time, were flat before the trajectory really turned, and they really got things figured out. I'm very familiar with our local story here of Melaleuca, and I happen to know that for 7 years after they launched, that they just bumped along. They couldn't get it figured out. They got close to being actually shut down for some things in their comp plan. And the common characteristic is, you know, that it takes companies a while to figure things out. There are some exceptions up here where companies, you know, really pop it right out of the gates. But let me tell you, and I'm just not saying this. I want to let you know. Am I back off screen share now, John?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. So I want to really let you know, and I really believe this, that what's going to happen with LIV International is you're in the right place at the right time, because we're going to make that turn. And when you're in the field, you want to be there, and you want to be building your team at the point that that line turns. Not part way up the line, not all the way up the line. You want to be part of that turn, that growth, where it turns into that acceleration. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that together. And I'm confident that we're going to do that together. And the reason that I'm confident we're going to do that together is because we're going to follow proven best practices that are essential to success. And, you know, there are things that we as distributors, and I still think of myself in that way, and I know we're called members, so I'll change my terminology. There are things that we as members have to be successful. You know, we've got to have a great company. We've got to have a great product line. We've got to have burning in our hearts a desire, a commitment, a service mentality to help others. But in addition to that, there are some things that are essential. We've got to have ways for people to purchase products that meet their desires. For example, if somebody doesn't want to purchase products as a member, but they want to purchase some other way, we've got to have a way to accommodate them. We've got to have a fast start program where people can get involved in the business and have a specific goal to accomplish right away with a very specific reward, and so that they can get on board, they can believe in what they're doing, they can hit that goal, and they can be financially motivated and not have to wait for the big check in order to say, man, this is working for me. I came on board, and with the help of my enroller, I was really able to move forward. We've got to have specific methodologies to onboard new people, where our new customers and our new members feel welcomed and they get trained, and there's actually systems for them to follow. We've got to have a simple sharing system. Remember that term. The world is changing. People who are good people have a natural desire to share something with other people. Very few people want to be salespeople. I'm in fact doubting that most of you signed up to be members to be salespeople. But if you love the product and you love the company and you love the compensation system, you probably wouldn't mind sharing that with others, as long as you had a simple sharing system to do that. There's got to be a comp plan that's balanced. And when I say balanced, it's got to be balanced between front end for the new person, middle for the person who's growing, and top end for the person who really achieves. So as you might imagine, we're working feverishly to implement these things. And it's going to take a little while, but you're going to see the first round of this really soon. And that's what's going to take this from the flat line to the steep line. And you're in the right place at the right time. In fact, if I were you and I was in the field right now with LIV International, I would be gathering my team. I would be thinking, I'd be writing down the names. When I started my direct selling business, the first thing my enroller said to me is, he said, and I'm just going to say the quote, some people don't like this term, my wife doesn't like this term, but he said, write down your butt kickers. Write down the people who you want to march into battle with. Write down the people who you could have fun with, who you could build a team with, who you want to go on trips with, and things like that. And I wrote down those people, and you know what? We had a high closure rate with those people becoming involved. Lots of those people became our leaders, and that's a big part of the reason why we were able to do what we did and hit 6 figures in our first year. So you're in the right place at the right time. Let's get your key people lined up and on board, and get ready for a phenomenal run together, folks, because this is going to be a blast. So I'm excited to be here. Jeff, John, sure excited to be working with you. We're going to do great things together, and with this great team that we have in the field, who we love and serve. So back to you guys.
Well, I tell you what, Dave, I'm really excited not only to be working hand in hand with you, but to actually offer those kinds of things that we've talked about here at LIV for such a long time, to actually make those a reality. So welcome to the family. Welcome to the LIV family. We spend so many hours working, you and I cannot wait for the people out there, for all of you guys, is to start looking and get to know Dave, and to see what kind of a very interesting and skillful person he is, and all the qualities he brings to the team.
And everybody sees what I'm drinking, right? This stuff is awesome. So
Started quick. Yep.
They started early.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, here's what's interesting. I just want to point out that there's a few comments on here. Liana Prado is welcome you to the family. She's one of our leaders here in Utah. You know, it's so awesome to have you, Leanne. Thank you so much. And Paul, I know that is watching, so thank you for you guys as being part. Remember, the more you comment, the more chances you get to get our swag. So that's it for me, Jeffrey. I don't know if you have something else. I'm excited about all the things we have. I actually have to go back and start working and making sure that all the things that we have ready for you guys are running for you. And I don't know, Jeffrey, if you have something to say before we wrap it up.
There are lots of awesome projects we're working on right now. We're in the middle of. What I want to tell Dave is he is now a part of some of the most awesome leaders, and I can't wait for him to meet all these, because you know what? They're just good people that care about others, and they're people that want to make the world better, and that's what's so great. So I look forward to sharing it and letting you meet each one of them, because guess what? It's all reciprocal, and we've had people, and we continue to have people that are attracted to LIV that just meet all of our philosophies, you know.
So as we were talking about that, Jeffrey, the comments just started rocking. You getting from our field, from one of our top leaders, Moana Mayer up in Portland, saying, Dave, you rock, welcome to the family. Olio Campos from all the way up from Hawaii is saying, love the sharing the product, so awesome. Welcome, Dave. You're the best. Moana says, makes sense. All the things you're saying, Dave. I love you. Can't wait for you guys to come, Moana and Leanne. So we've gotten the field all engaged. So I'm telling you, I'm gonna go back to work. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us, Dave. Welcome. I know we have lots to do. It's one for the ages. So
there you go. We better get to work, guys.
Thanks a lot, everybody. See everybody later.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
See ya.